Hey everyone, welcome back. Hopefully everyone's doing great tonight. Welcome to the stream. It is Friday night. It is our usual stream time. And tonight, rather than playing a game, we're going to be modding a Game Boy Color. Hopefully with a great laminated IPS screen. So another mod that I haven't done before. However, I'm looking forward to it a lot. There's only one thing I'm going to have to... I forgot. I need to pull up a picture of the diagram of the board. We'll do that a little bit later. I'll talk to you guys first. So let's see who's here so far. I have Damien and Nanaki in the chat. Welcome, guys. Thank you for showing up tonight. Welcome, welcome. Maybe I'll start by showing you guys really quickly what we're going to be doing. Let's see, this should be the view I have set up. So as you can see right here in front of me, we have this beautiful Game Boy Color that actually does have a cracked screen, although the crack is very minor. It's at the bottom here. It doesn't even actually affect the view of the game, but there is a crack nonetheless. I'll probably be able to show it to you guys easier when we actually have it open. So we have this Game Boy Color, but other than that, the Game Boy is in perfect shape. I have a FunnyPlaying custom shell here. And I thought for this one, we'd go with a jungle design. You know, like the old school jungle editions of the N64 with the green shell and the orange buttons. So I have this set up. I got the orange buttons. On top of it, it's hard to show on camera, but the buttons have like sparklies in them. They're like reflective and sparkly. So it's gonna look, I think it's gonna look pretty good. And the IPS screen also has orange tint to the lamination. So to fit in with the whole theme, even the screen has orange tint to it. Now I wanted to start out, however, just before we get to all this, we're gonna start in like 2-3 minutes. I wanted to quickly just let you all know, I'm a little bit, I had minor surgery this week, so I'm going to try and stay seated the whole time, but if I'm really having a lot of difficulty staying seated, I had some minor surgery to my leg this week, which was unexpected, by the way. It was like, it's nothing major, just a little removal of an issue. But yeah, if I have trouble staying seated, I might have to take like a little break quickly, stretch my legs or something, because staying seated is a little difficult right now. And it came close to canceling the stream tonight, which is unfortunate. And I'm sorry for the dog. It's because he sees people outside in front of the house. He's going to stop in a minute or two, or I'm just going to go put on his barking collar. I'm just waiting to see if he's gonna bark. Give me a sec, guys. Okay, I'll be right back, because this must be annoying as heck for you guys. Oh, well, I don't know. How's the dog? Do you guys hear it a lot? Is it annoying? Do I need to go put on his collar, or are we good? Yeah, anyway, I got off topic. So I just wanted to let you guys know, I might have to get up a little bit and stretch my legs at one point if the mod starts taking too long. However, it should be pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Unfortunately, due to that, I'm not allowed to drink alcohol for 2 weeks, which is the probably suckiest part of all of this. On top of delaying the videos I wanted to do this week. So if you're wondering why, once again, it's been a little quieter again, not annoying, good. Thank you, Nanaki. So if you've been wondering why, because last week I said I'm going to get back into it. We're going to get like 2 eSHOP deals. We're going to get like 2 reviews. That was the plan till Tuesday when I went to see the doctor, and they're like, you need to go for like the surgery tomorrow morning. So just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to grab a Mountain Dew, because that's about all I can drink. That's better than water and normal stuff. And we're going to get started. actually decided I'm going to take off the little shelf in there. It's causing it makes it tough to get the cans out. It's dumb, but it makes it tough. I put it back every time, and then I end up taking it out every time I want to get a can out. So I'm like, I'm just going to leave it out now. I'm going to put the shelf here in the front and forget about it. Hey Juan, welcome, sir. So I don't know if a lot of people are going to show up because I know the mods are not as popular on the channel as when I play games, but hopefully we're going to have a few people in here nonetheless. I did start a little bit earlier, once again, 6 o'clock, because I don't think this is going to be a super long stream. And, you know, like I said, because of my surgery and everything, it sort of works out better that way. But yeah, so we're going to, hopefully though, I should be back to normal by next week. Like I'm already at like 90% capacity. Like it's been 3 days now and I'm starting to feel pretty good. Okay, give me a second, guys. I am going to go put on his collar. I'll give you guys a view of the mod during that time. I know you guys say, I know Nanaki said it's not annoying for you guys, but for me, it's worse on my end, and it gets really annoying because I'm talking to you guys and I hear a dog barking on top of it. So it's like, give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Oh my god, I feel weird. Like I'm waddling. That's the worst thing is like I see when I went out today and I went out to the store and I'm like waddling and I see people looking at me weird and I'm like, makes me look like I'm 70. Hey Jumping Bear, what's up, man? We're about to get started here. So hopefully tonight everything goes well in the mod though, at least, because this is another one I'm super excited for. Game Boy Color, same thing, one of my favorite form factors, adds in full color screen, and with this, this color screen is, I saw the mod, what it looks like. It looks freaking amazing. So let's get started. So first thing first, we're going to start taking apart the Game Boy Color. You know, I gave it a few minutes. Some people should be getting in here. So if someone misses the beginning, well, just too bad. So let's get started by first, let's take this one apart. So I tested the Game Boy, made sure that all the buttons work. Everything else is good about the Game Boy. Very tiny crack on the screen, which makes it a perfect candidate for a replacement. I'm actually going to keep the screen though, because since it is technically functional, it can always save another dead Game Boy. Hey Wild One, hey Luciano, welcome guys, welcome to the stream. Perfect. And yeah, so hopefully if everything goes well, next week, the schedule will finally get back to normal. I feel like I've been saying that for a month now, and I'm just like so annoyed that it isn't already back to normal. And like, it's like every time I think things are finally getting back to normal and I can like get back to full steam ahead, something comes and hits me like a sledgehammer. And like, honestly, this week, getting the surgery to my leg was so unexpected that it's the first time since my appendix got removed that I had like minor surgery. And this one was very minor, like very minor. It was done in the doctor's office and I was out in the same day. But still, it just annoyed me like heck because I was expecting this to finally be the week where I get back to full steam ahead. And on top of it, the videos didn't do so well this week, which is normal, by the way, guys. It's January. Even I'm a little burned out on the deals. Like, I still love playing games and looking for the deals, but I'll be honest, after the major holiday season we had with all the major deals, I get that most likely some of you are starting to feel a little bit of burnout, which is also why tonight I wanted to come with something different again. Now, we've done a few of these in the last few weeks, but it's going to hopefully be fun for all of you out there. Perfect. So we've got these 6 screws out. So for anyone that doesn't know, it takes a tri-wing screwdriver. You've got 6 screws. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 under the battery cover here. At that point, that's all that's holding it down. You should be able to separate the rear of the shell. Now we have the power button that fell out right there. And oh my God, look at the oxidation on this. Holy. I don't even know how I didn't see that through the... Wow. That is oxidized to heck. Someone let their batteries... Unfortunately, someone let their batteries go crazy in here. I'm gonna need some alcohol. Rubbing alcohol. Was not expecting to do this, but that's what it's all about. We get bad surprises. So often, just a little bit of rubbing alcohol can fix this. I'm actually going to scrape at it a little bit first. Pretty freaking crazy. It's coming off. We're good. I'm actually going to use the butt end of... I don't want to curve this too much. I want it to keep its regular position, but I do want to get like this... the oxidization off. It sucks because normally I would have a Brillo pad for this kind of stuff if I was expecting it, and I don't see one on my workstation. So I said, hey, I hope this mod goes all well and super smooth, and we already start out with a little issue. Yes, this is a normal butter knife. I just want a tool that I can not care about, because scraping oxidization is not exactly good for a tool that isn't made for it. Yeah, I saw the report on the PS5 horizontal, because they're using liquid metal for the thermal rather than traditional thermal paste. They're using liquid metal, and apparently the liquid metal can move around and cause like thermal issues with your processor. I don't know if, like, I'm not sure it's gonna... It's possible that it could become like a mainstream, like, oh my god, everyone has to put it in horizontal. But I'm not sure how... Like, I know it can happen, but I'm not sure how actually recurring it is. Because liquid metal, we're talking about an extremely small surface area that's on. So even if it moves around a little... I'm going to use a Q-tip, by the way, when we get a little deeper. I'm going to go grab a Q-tip upstairs. Once we get the most of the residue off, I'm going to use a Q-tip to finish it off. I'm a little disappointed because I really... Like, I don't mind... Like, if a person's selling a Game Boy, I don't mind if they tell me there's an issue. I mind when I figure it out on my own like this. Okay, so I think we've gotten a lot of it off. Oh, no problem, Champ Dancer. I mean, that's super sad. I've had some, you know, I'm trying to not make this a downer type situation where we all talk about our problems, but like I talked about my surgery, which is the main thing that kept me from making videos. But unfortunately, I had, you know, family issues are coming up as well. So I'm hoping that everything gets back to normal very soon. Okay, give me a second where I'm going to need a Q-tip to go and dig around in this a little bit. Yeah, they might have not known, but the quantity that's in there, that means that definitely there was a running battery in there for a while. Like, it's not just a little bit, like it got to both sides of the contact pad. So I'll be right back. So tired of waddling around. Oh yeah, here we go. So let's put some more on there. It's rubbing alcohol, by the way, guys, not water. So and the thing is, like, if you look at an old school Game Boy, they actually have removable pads, so you can actually sub them out easier. These are unfortunately soldered to the board. You can still replace them. It's just a tiny bit of a bigger job. Now, we don't have to get this perfect, but I do want it decent. And like I said, for tonight, the important thing, it's working, so that's the issue too. We know, I already know it's working, so it doesn't matter if we don't get it perfect. Hold on. I'm getting like the most of the gunk out. When I used to repair Game Boys and consoles, this was like a daily event. Like, honestly, you don't know the number of times that like cleaning a board can actually fix problems. Like a non-working console becomes working and whatnot. And it's just a good cleanup because the contact's still there. The contact's still good. The rust just basically prevents the current from getting through and communicating properly. Now, you see, the other thing too is that when you have like the pads that come off, what you can do is you can actually you can fill like you can put a little bit of rubbing alcohol like in a tiny dish, and you can actually just soak it in it. And soaking it for like 10-15 minutes generally gets all the oxidization off. Now we can't exactly soak it because it's on the board. We could technically soak the whole board, but that's going to take a lot of rubbing alcohol and it's not worth it for something like this. Like at that point, I'd rather just change the pad. Because you have to take the speaker off and blah, blah, blah. All kinds of stuff. You loved my fix videos? I loved making them too, but unfortunately you were one of the very few people that loved them. And, you know, sometimes you just have to, you know what I mean? Is I basically, all the time I put on those videos was time I wasn't putting on Switch stuff. So at one point I had to just decide that I was better off focusing on the Switch stuff exclusively and more do like we're doing today, like really a one-off special thing if I want to do like a retro. And you know, the retro gaming scene, there's already so many people that are well installed there that it's really hard to bring something new to it. It's fun to do these mods, but like I know that if you go on YouTube right now, you know, there's at least like a dozen people that have done it before and done a video on it. So let's remove the board here and look if there's anything else that is going to surprise us with the front of the console. And like I said, 80% of the time, it's just cleaning. It's crazy how often you can just get cleaning. So we have the IR sensor here and the power button. We're going to set them aside because I do not have replacements for those. And there we have it. So I'm going to detach the screen here right away. Okie doke. And the front of this looks pretty good. The speaker's a little dirty. That's something we can just rub lightly a little Q-tip on. But it was working. Game Boy Color, one of the most frequent problems with it is that the sound stops working. You just replace the speaker. It's like 2 little solder points and you're done. But yes, so at this point, we are good for this. Now, theoretically, these are the only things we need from the original console. The whole shell, the buttons, we won't be needing because I have replacements for those. So this is our donor Game Boy Color. And the pad's looking pretty good now. Like, there's obviously going to be some oxidation still on it. It might actually fall off because I put the alcohol on there. But we're going to stop messing with that because I don't think you guys came to see a 25-minute cleaning video. We're going to get to the mod. So theoretically, and this is what I wanted to check, we need to connect to the contact for the start button and the select button. I need to figure out which is the start and select, and in the meantime, I'm going to start heating my soldering iron because I want to do that right away. So give me just a sec for me to find the diagram I was looking at and figure out which one of these little holes here is the start and select button. Here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Give me a sec. Sorry, I can't see the chat right now. I will be looking at it in a second. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's the third little one here and the first one up here. So basically what we have to do is we just have to put some, we just basically have to fill those with solder. Now, as usual, the one issue I have is I don't like the fact that my solder is thick because these are extremely small little contact points. But I am going to try. Now I'm going to try and bring the camera closer. So basically, we need to fill this little point here with solder and this one right here. But you see how tiny they are? Like these are like, well, we're a little too close. The camera's not focusing. But they're extremely small. The point is they're extremely small. I'm going to see what I can do to not get, because we have to not touch any of the other points beside them. And I was a little bit worried about that because the solder I have is a little bit on the larger side. That's what I was scared of. I can't heat the board and the solder at the same time. Give me a sec here. Let's get this off. Let's clean the iron. And try the other one. That's what I was scared of. The solder is not sticking to the board. Because it is... Yeah, I could shave off a piece with a blade, but the problem is I won't be able to hold it to get it close enough without burning myself because it's going to be hot as F. And the huge solder, it just will not stick to it. Little issue here. Hey guys, what's up? Hey Danny, welcome sir. Let's see, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Just thinking. What can I do without burning myself? Okay, let me just see something here. Give me 10 seconds. I just want to see something. I think I have an idea. But we're going to do this differently then. If we do it, we're going to try something. Know what I have flux. I am going to put some flux on it. But basically what I think we're going to do is I'm actually going to put the wire in the hole first and then sort of use the wire to get the solder down to the board. That basically solder, if you heat the wire, the solder is going to want to adhere to the wire. And since the wire is going to be in the hole, it should like suck it in, okay, theoretically. So we're going to try that after. I just didn't know I remember they were small. I didn't know they were this small. But there we go. I put a little bit of, flux on there. So we have that. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift. We're going to actually prepare the ribbon cable. So we're going to open this up. Okie doke. So let's open up our mod. Here we go. I'm going to pull this out a bit. Don't need to be that close. Let's go look at the mod parts first. And this time I'm going to have to make sure not to lose the wires that come with it, because we're going to probably need some very fine wires. Ooh, here it is. Exactly. I'm going to tin the wire, Chris, and I'm going to use the tinned wire to pull it in. Oh, here it is. First, let's take a look at the screen, guys. Like I said, I got it laminated in orange on top of it to really fit with the overall orange design. So it's gonna match. It's not the exact same orange, but it's close enough. close enough. Let's get this in frame. Here we go. Okie doke. So we need to get the ribbon cable out of here. Start with that. What? That doesn't look right. The ribbon cable's like separated here. I don't think that's right. Oh my god, man, can this night get any worse? It's like the worst week ever, man. It's like the worst week ever. Give me a sec. Let me go take a look at something. I want a picture of this. Please tell me the ribbon cable isn't damaged, because that would really, really suck. Man, this thing is brand new. Like, I just took it out. Give me a second now. Let me pull up a picture of it. Not looking good, guys. How come I can't screen share? What the heck is wrong with this? Give me a second. This should put here. Properties. Can you guys see anything? Yes, you can. Good. Okay, give me a sec. Fixed it. Yeah, this is not supposed to be separated. Oh my god. Okay, there is a minor possibility, looking at it, that nothing goes through there. Wax. Earwax? Wow, that's crazy, Chris. I would have never thought of using earwax. But yeah, so we're going to try this nonetheless. But I'm really hoping that the ribbon cable is okay. Because if not, while I went to get the image, I just saw that if the ribbon cable needs replacing, it is $47 just for the ribbon cable, when the whole thing costs $69. Like, what the heck? Oof, man, this is not. This is really not my week for good luck. Definitely not a time to go gamble at the casino or anything like that. I think I'm gonna be staying as indoors as possible. Okie doke. So let's switch gears. We're gonna get started nonetheless. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try this nonetheless. Okay. There just is a minor chance that we will get to the end. And unfortunately, what will happen is it won't work. But the good news is that if the ribbon cable is the only part that needs changing, it is not the end of the world. So first, let's pre-tin the other end of it, which are not as small as the Game Boy part. So this is actually pretty easy. So those are the start and select contact buttons. And we're going to grab the tiny wires. This way we will make sure that we will not lose the wires this time. And we will put the start and select on one end of it. Now I can't do that. I can't do this left-handed. We're going to have to do this upside. For you guys, it'll be upside down. For me, it's not. But I need to do it with my right hand. Oh my god, the wire is so tiny. There we go. One side. Start button. And there we go. So start and select are done. That is for the ribbon cable side. Now we are going to get the laminated screen ready. So laminated screen here, the back is metal. We don't want it contacting, but what I really enjoy now is FunnyPlaying included this little basic thing in the back where we can plug it, where we can basically cover up the rear of the display to make sure that there is no funny business and no contact with the rear of the display. Why they don't already put it on the back, not too sure on that side, but at least they now include it. Now, theoretically, before we actually do anything else, we will get the screen into the shell. So the thing is, I'm using a FunnyPlaying pre-cut shell for this mod. What that means is we don't have any shell trimming to do, and the screen should fit right in there. So that actually really removes a lot of the difficulty for this one. Because if you were to trim a regular Game Boy Color shell to fit the screen, you would have actually quite a bit of trimming to do. So let's pop it in. There we go. And we have this in. So for putting the front of the screen in there, it is no more difficult than that. And I'm actually going to be leaving the protective cover on there till we are done everything to make sure we don't scratch that screen while we're working on the rest of it. Now they've also included a little sticker part here for actually gluing the back to the rear of the screen, which is pretty nice. Actually, I should have probably put the two contacts, one in the other, before I removed the sticker, but we will do that now. It's just gonna stick to my fingers a bit. Which is the male, which is the female? This is the male. And there we go. Sorry. Had to get it close enough to me so that I could actually see what I was doing. There we have it. Our connector is in. Now comes the slightly other fun part. So we're going to tin these wires. Now I wish I had a better working surface than this. We're going to do it on this. Like I said, we're going to use the wires to sort of suck it in. These are so tiny. It is insane. Like even pre-tinning them is like so little solder. There we go. Even though it's almost no solder, they are pre-tinned. Now, I'm feeling like the select one is the top one right here. So it is in. Now we just have to heat it. Hopefully this is going to work. Oh, no. Dang. I thought we had a solid connection. Give me a sec here. Let's try this again. Actually, hold on. I have some yucky solder on there. They are not getting any. It is really not getting in. Hold on. I'm going to have to remove a little bit more of the cover on the wire. There we go. Now we've actually got some metal surface to work with. Now let's let it cool for a minute. No problem, Danny. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you so much for the donation. Very appreciated, my friend. And now we've got a super solid connection, guys. Even if I tug on it, it ain't going nowhere. So that is the select button. Now we need to do the start button, same thing. So I'm going to use the same plan. We are going to take off a little bit of covering so that there's some nice contact with the solder. And we're going to hope that it pulls the solder into the hole. I'm just using my nail because honestly, this wire is so fine that if I use a tool, I'm really scared we're going to break the wire. I'm even scared we're going to damage it by just pulling on it too hard. Flux, baby, flux. Whenever you're having issues, just throw some more flux on it. This is... Oh, I think we got it. I was like, oh, it doesn't look good, but hold on a sec. Oh yeah, we got it. So connection for start and select. By the way, if you're wondering why we need to connect to the start and select buttons, it's that basically that's how we're going to control the functions of the IPS display. So that is the reason why we need to do that. Let me just make sure that I got what we needed out of the way. This is my first time doing this mod, so I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting a step, but if I'm not mistaken, we are already set to pop it in. Oh my god, did I do the wrong place? Hold on. all that back and forthness. Oh, that's not the right one. This is not the right one. There we go. Get it out. Okay, we're going to have to shave this off. Hold on. My bad, guys. That is not the start button. The start button is the third one here. Too much time went between when I identified them. Double checking your work is never a bad idea. I'm gonna see if I can use just a side of this to get it started, because last time I did have it started at least. This time I do not. Okay, from here on out, it's fingers only. There we go. So we're just gonna have to move that over. The worst is earlier I had properly identified it. Now, because we had to do it, I put it in the wrong one. That could have been a disaster. Not a disaster, but we would have been wondering why the functions don't work. And that's because I would have been pressing the wrong buttons. I do think we got it. And honestly, the trick of using the wire is working out a lot better than if I would have fought with trying to get the solder on the point. And we are good. Fixed. Wrong place. We just correct it. So now let's pop this baby in there. Like I said, this mod is actually not going to take all that long. So we're going to get to know very soon if that ribbon cable is effed or not. So let's put this here. Lock it in. And I believe we're ready to screw it in already. So let's get it in place. Yeah, you see this, I'm really worried it's not going to be good. It's not going to work. I am worried, guys. I am worried. Oh, by the way, I never showed you guys, where did I put the original screen? Ah, I can't. It's stuck. That's right. I wanted to show you where the original screen was cracked, but I cannot. So hopefully that ribbon cable will work, will still work nonetheless. Did I do the same thing as last time and lose a freaking wire? I'm going to hurt someone if I did. No, I did not. Almost, but I did not totally lose it this time. Almost, but I did not totally lose it this time. We've got the wire. We've got the wire right there. I was like, maybe I put it under the board by mistake. I was worried. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm really hoping this works. Like, I'm really hoping that ribbon cable is okay. And if it is not, I'm definitely going to be calling the company that sold it to me and hoping that they're going to replace the ribbon cable for free. The good news is we opened it on stream. I opened it on stream, meaning that if they think I broke it, we opened it all together. And the first thing I saw when I took it out was the fact that that thing was flapping there on the, and that just didn't, like, it just didn't look right. Like, I don't need to know. I'm so dumb. I'm forgetting the buttons. Oh my God. Hey, you can tell that I'm like out of it tonight, guys. Sorry about that. Ugh. For those that missed the beginning of the stream, I had some leg surgery this week. which is why, number one, there was once again slightly less videos than usual. It was an emergency surgery. It wasn't anything major, but it did have to get done right away. And it was unexpected. Therefore, that's why there were less videos this week. And that's why I'm a little bit out of it tonight. On top of it, I cannot drink any alcohol, which has got to be the worst part of it all. Because I love having a quick beer with you guys on Friday nights, relaxing with all of you. And right now, I'm still having fun with all of you, but it's just not the same when you can't have that good old beer in your hands. Now, I'm still keeping my iron on because we do need a little bit of, we are still going to need a little bit of soldering. I'm going to use another Q-tip here, going to clean these off. Yeah, it was very minor. I just had to get something removed from my leg, and it's just the painkillers that I have really can't be mixed with alcohol in whatsoever fashion. And the doctor's like, he's like, I know sometimes we say it as a joke, but he's like, the ones I'm giving you, it ain't a joke. Don't mix it with alcohol. Because I told him, I'm like, you know, you're just saying that, right? Like, I can still have a beer here or there, right? And he's like, no, man, no alcohol whatsoever 2 weeks. He's like, it's going to be too rough for your liver. It's not because of it's not that I would lose consciousness or something like that. Is that apparently what he gave me is really rough on the liver. And you just really don't want to tax it in any other way for that period of time, which I'm going to listen to him. And hopefully all is going to go good. So yeah, so that's why I was out of it for a couple of days. Still popped out the video on Thursday. However, that was like I was supposed to have, I wanted to do a quick video covering a little Gator game that we played on stream. We actually finished on stream last week. And then I wanted to, I also had another game I wanted to review, which was Lone Ruin. That is a brand new roguelite twin stick roguelite dungeon crawler from Super Rare Games. It is the second game directly being published by Super Rare Games. Super Rare? I think it's Super Rare. I'll go check to make sure, but I think it's Super Rare. The same that did the dog platformer there, Grapple Dog. It's the same publisher that did Grapple Dog that's doing Lone Ruin. Pretty fun game. It has its issues in the sense that issues not problems, but like it's not a Hades killer or killer or competitor or anything like that. But I really would have liked to do a review on it. I think Alex did over at Switch Corner. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw him put out a video on Lone Ruin. Which doesn't mean I'm still not going to put it out. It's just I was hoping it would already be out at this moment. That ribbon cable is really worrying me. Because on top of it, we're still not done, and we actually have to solder right there. So I'm worried that I'm worried that the mod might work, but I'm worried that we will not be able to change the colors of the screen. Because basically, where the ribbon cable seems to be torn is exactly where you have the option for, you have the sensor for changing the colors on the screen. Okie doke. So we're almost done. Where is C? That is odd. Third from the top. Okay, so next, what we need to do is we need to get power to the screen. So you have two connectors here. You have power and you have the touch sensor. Okay, the touch sensor is right over here. We'll be doing that right away after. But first, we're going to tin both these contact points. There we go, 1 and 2. Now, what we also need to tin a bit, and I don't know why this hadn't made a knot. Like, I'm wasting solder, but we need to get this. Ooh, I don't want to touch that chip. Okay, we want some fresh solder on there. So when you look at your power switch here, you've got 4 contact points. 1, C, 2, and 3. Okay, if you look, there's a numeration right next to them. The first one down here is 1, then you have C, 2, and 3. C as in cat. Trek to Yomi. I haven't played that, Trek to Yomi. Now, we're not going to make the same mistake if you remember the Game Boy Pocket. We're going to do this part first, since this is the tighter one. It is not... I do not like how that attached. Okay, hold on. We're going to put a little more solder on there because it is really like... It's really annoying me. It's like the solder is losing its viscosity. Well, because the original solder on there is quite old. Okay, there we go. And now the other part to the power. There we go. Hopefully that's going to work. We're going to try it. If there's a problem with it, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to redo that connection here. Give me a sec. We're gonna do something here. Where did I put? Oh, there. When in doubt, add a little bit of flux. It's just like I don't like the contact point because the metal is it's not making like a nice it's not making like a nice glossy finish. It's like making a rugged finish, which is generally what happens after a while when it's lost its... And sometimes that can cause a current to not travel well through the cable. Hold on. Where's my tweezers? That is now looking much better. Okie doke. Once again, however, if ever there is some blockage, I am going to go come and check that first. Now, the last thing we have to do is put the touch sensor here at the top. This is actually theoretically super easy. All we need to do is and I'm going to need my tweezers again because this is probably going to get very hot very quickly. we just need the solder to travel through the button here and attach itself like so. Now all we need to do is flex that in there. And the pressure itself should have it sticking to the top of the shell. Right there. So normally, I think we're done here. It is a simple mod. However, we've had a bunch of like unfortunate events, and I'm really wondering if this is going to work. Like we're about to find out for sure, but I'm like really wondering. Oh wait, I'm so dumb. Once again, don't forget the buttons. Don't forget the power button. Not quite sure why it's not fitting in properly. There we go. IR sensor at the top here. There we go. Now with that and that in, now we can actually close this. Looking pretty snazzy. Before I actually screw this in, where's my other battery? Where did my other battery go? That was almost an accident. Hold on, guys. I have no idea where my other battery went. Doesn't matter. I do have backups. I just had them like right there. Hopefully, wait. Don't, no congrats yet. Don't jinx it, man. Don't jinx it. No congrats till it's actually on and working. I'm gonna take one from the Game Boy here. Hey, at this point, I'm going to have an IPS mod on every Game Boy except the SP. I already did the classic Game Boy. We did the Game Boy Pocket. We're gonna have the Game Boy Color, and I already did one on the Game Boy Advanced, the traditional Game Boy Advanced. The only one I did not do so far is the SP. Oh, I think we have success, boys. I think we have success. No, please tell me that the screen is not damaged. Please tell me that the screen is not damaged. There looks to be dead pixels there in the corner of the screen. Oh my god. Why am I so freaking unlucky? Yeah, they're coming back every time. Where's the touch sensor? Okay, brightness is working, so the touch sensor is actually working. If we hold it down, do we get the different? Yeah, we have different grid modes working. I'm gonna have to Thank you for blocking 69mega.com, by the way, Juan. Okay, let's close her up nonetheless. And I just realized I forgot the freaking start and select buttons. Oh my god. Can tonight go any freaking worse than this? Like, you know when you say, like, everything could happen? Everything could happen. Everything could happen. I will try a card in it. We'll give it a try. Don't worry. Like, it's still functional. And let's say all this stays like this, okay? Let's say let's say I contact the company that sold me it and they say, tough luck, you installed it, we think you broke it. I'll send them the link to the stream and they can see me opening it and putting it together right in front of them. So, I mean, they can continue to say that, but I'd be hard pressed to find something I did tonight that wasn't like legit and okay. Did we have a few soldering issues? Sure, but that was nowhere near the screen, like nowhere near the front of the screen at all, and would not have caused like any issues whatsoever in making a crack in the screen. And it's not a crack, it really looks like a bunch of dead pixels. Like a crack looks like a crack. That looks like a bunch of dead pixels. Sorry, guys. I have to go take a pill as soon as we're well, I'm not going to stop the stream to go take it, but okay, I can turn off my iron at least because we will not be needing the soldering iron anymore. Where's my third screw? Right here. Just a little bit disappointed. This is, I think, the first time that we try a mod. Like, we've had little issues with the mods every time, like the sticky buttons on the macro and whatnot. But I think this is the first time that really we get, like, a major issue with a mod. The worst is it looks super nice. Okay, let's put her together. Power button's in place. Everything's in place. I'm going to use the replacement screws that they give with these. Oh, they are tri-wing. They are tri-wing as the traditional one, the traditional Game Boy ones. I'm a little down right now, guys. I'm a little down. I'm sorry. We're gonna finish this up nonetheless. We're gonna pop a cart in. We're gonna cross our fingers that, you know, maybe when colors get activated that the pixels will not be dead. But it might be an issue because don't forget that here in Canada, our weathers freeze. And this was shipped to me and left in a mailbox outside. It is possible that it got damaged because it was in sub-zero temperatures for a while. But, I mean, that should be covered. Like, I mean, that is not the customer's fault if that's the way it is. You know what I mean? So, that is a possibility here that is why we have like some pixels that look like they exploded in a corner. Because like you can tell when something's been smashed versus like this really looks like they were blown up from the inside. One, two, three, four. We're just missing the two middle ones. The two middle ones. That is a cross. That is a cross. That is a cross. These are the middle ones. Yeah, but like I said, I got them from Retro Modding, which is a super popular modding place here in like local. Like I could, their offices are actually close enough that I could drive there like in about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna hope that they're going to have some good customer service, and I'll share if they do. I'll share the positive or negatives on the channel to know if they do replace it or if I'm stuck buying a new screen. At least we know the ribbon cable is okay, and the screen is the cheaper of the two parts. We can go look for a screen right away after. Oh, actually, does it look not as bad as before? Okay. We shall see. Let's put this here, this here. Let's pop Pokemon in here. Okay, so even with a cartridge in, guys, it's staying there. And I wanted to show you guys basically like the different options we have. And I'm wondering if, because we can actually recenter the screen. This one has a lot of options. Sound works. Just putting it up to the microphone for a sec. Ba, 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 ba. Man, how often did I hear that song as a kid? Okay. Like, the screen is beautiful, though. I'm going to grab a Game Boy Color game because Pokemon Red is not a Game Boy Color game. I think I have Donkey Kong. I think I have a few Game Boy Color games. And we're going to look, but yeah, I don't think putting a tiny bit of pressure is going to solve this. I'm saying that, but I just want to see if we can get the options here. So if we hold down Start Select, yeah, so we've got Game here. And this lets us... Not sure what it's doing. Oh yeah, it's changing. Not sure why that would... Okay. If we hold it down again, it's supposed to go to this. Oh, hold on. No, I think it's this. Then we hit this. Yeah, that's it. Now we're supposed to be able to shift the screen to the side for centering. Yeah, the screen is moving. You can hardly tell because it's so minute. But color is what we really want. We can change the color normally of the display. But it's not, it doesn't seem to be changing. This might be what's not working because the ribbon cable is damaged. Okay, Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn the sound down because I love the music to this game, but when things are not working, it's sort of exacerbating it. So the sensor's working, but the functions don't seem to work. Because you can see that the hold on, let me just see something. Let's say we started without a game in there. You're supposed to, yeah, you're supposed to hit start and select after that, and it's supposed to change the position. Now I can change this here because you're supposed to be able to personalize the color right here, like the color of the actual image, and it's supposed to shift colors when you press start and select, but it's staying on the same color. So it's accessing the functions, but then changing them is not working. Let me just see something here. I know someone else did the mod. I just want to make sure that I'm doing the functions like they're supposed to be doing. Yeah, I'm looking at the person, and they like basically once you're on it, it's pretty evident when it's working. Like basically the colors change pretty obviously. Man, this stinks. I know the mod looks good. You are right. The mod does look good. We're gonna still remove this. The mod does look good. It's just so disappointing because, like, I'll be on, like, the color, like, honestly, the look, the finish, if everything was perfect, it would be amazing. Give me a second. Let me try a Game Boy Color game. I just want to get the full color of the screen. Okay, I have. They're all Japanese, but I have Wario Land 3. I have Kirby Tilt and Tumble, I think. Tilt and something. Let's do Wario Land. Oh, cartridge needs some priming. There we go. Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at the screen. It is very nice. And you can change the brightness up here. Different levels of brightness. Okay. Let's go back to the brightest since we're on camera. Actually, that's not the one that looks the best. Let me look at the camera. I think this is about what looks the best because of the camera. If you get too bright, it sort of like reflects back the camera and then it doesn't look good. Like for me, for playing, I would want it a little brighter than this. When I'm looking at it here, I would want it a little bit brighter than this. But if we look at the camera, this is the brightness that looks the best in the camera. You can also hold it down. If you hold down the touch sensor. Come on. You get grid. I don't know if you guys can see it, but basically this, it gives like fake pixelation. It gives so rather than like a clean IPS look, you get the pixelation that you would normally get on the Game Boy Color, and it actually looks pretty close to it. If you hold it down again, yeah, you have scan lines. Now I have scan lines. Different scan lines. And back to normal. No, it changed the brightness. we go. I want to take the scan lines off. There we go. Now we're back to the display without any scan lines. Yeah, it is. It works the same. It's the same touch sensors I have on the Game Boy Pocket. If you guys remember the Game Boy Pocket we did here, the touch sensor, it's exactly the same touch sensor we have here, which is for the different colors. Can we play Game Boy Color games on Game Boy? I think we can. So like on this one, what it did is it just rotated between the different backlight colors, because the brightness adjustment is on the contrast wheel here on the side. The difference is there's no contrast wheel on a Game Boy Color, which is why it's like a dual function for this one. So not only does it control scan lines, no scan lines, it controls brightness. Oh man, this is not the end to this mod that I wanted. But honestly, it fits in with this week. So, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So, let's just go look how much a replacement screen is. Basically, I'm going to need to rebuy the whole freaking mod. Like, if they don't replace it for me, I'm going to have to rebuy the whole mod. Give me just a sec here. Let's go look. So, I'm just going to put the chat over here. Just going to put the chat over here. I jacked it up. Nah, man, it was most likely damaged in transport. I opened it here on the stream, and I have some dead pixels in the corner of my screen. I'll show you, Alex. I have some dead pixels in the corner of the screen, which is something that happens sometimes with these. And on top of it, the ribbon cable is like torn in one place. If you look at the screen here, the ribbon cable is torn like right here, this little thing. But honestly, design-wise, this is like super bad design. I don't see... And before, the ribbon cable used to be all solid. It didn't have like this one tiny little attachment point here. But let me just see here. OBS, where's OBS? I'm gonna show you top-down view. So we have some dead pixels here in the side of the screen right here. We have like, you see that little dot of blackness there in the center and the side of the screen. So we have a bunch of dead pixels there. And I do think that because the ribbon cable is torn there, although everything is majorly functional, some of the secondary functions for controlling the color here on the illuminated Game Boy Color thing here don't work as intended. Like this, I'm supposed to be able to shift the screen by pressing start and select. Affect the centering of the screen, and it's not working. And we're supposed to be able to change the color. Like here, I'm supposed to be able to change the color of the display by pressing start and select. And I'm getting nothing. Nada. Rah. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said to the stream. I'm like, when I'm gonna write to them, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna send them the link to the stream, and I'm gonna like, you can see me opening it on stream, pulling it out delicately, putting it on the table. No, it didn't fall, nothing like that. And then basically, boom. Boom. So yeah, if I need to rebuy the mod, I think it's like 69 bucks. Hold on. Laminated retro modding products. Game Boy Color. I know I was already in the Game Boy Color products. Oh, you guys can't see. Game Game Boy Color products. Where is it? Laminated lens full black. Yeah, but I don't want full black. I want the... Is the color choices here? This is the one that's full black. See, look, this is the old ribbon cable. The original version of this, the ribbon cable wasn't separated like that. When I saw the when I looked at the mod the first time to see, you know, to figure out if I wanted to do it or not, I saw that it was I remembered that it was solid. I would remember some weird yeah, I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers. But this is not the exact one though. This one's $65.99. This is the one non-laminated. Where's the laminated one? Searching for a laminated mod. Budget glass. Backlit. LCD lens, no. This doesn't look like the right one, is it? How come they, like, what did I buy, like the last one and it's like, that's why mine's all garbage? Like, I bought it a week and a half ago. How can you not have it on the site anymore? Okay, let me just look. Maybe I went through it too quickly. Okay, no. We are in Game Boy Color, right? Yeah, Game Boy Color. LED board. IPS LCD. Oh, here it is. Wow, I was blind. Orange. Look, even here, the ribbon cable, the image that they show, the ribbon cable isn't the same ribbon cable. It's like one solid piece, and that would be way sturdier. Like, you don't want like a super small section of a ribbon cable like that. You're just asking for trouble. You're just asking for trouble. And yeah, see, the logo's supposed to change. Tapping the touch sensor will cycle through the words on the GPC logo. With game selected, start select will move the display up and down. Then with boy selected, it'll move it left and right for centering. And then with color, you can cycle through the logo color options. That's not working. Okay, you can watch me exercise caution as I'm installing this product. You can actually watch me do it. Well, this is a little sucky. I'm a little disappointed, man. I'm really, you know, yeah, no, I'm a little disappointed. I am a little disappointed. Oh, you guys want to open something else? Who here would like to open a Sonic the Hedgehog statue? Honestly, I don't want to end the stream on like, oh, it doesn't work right. It's broken. So let's open something else. Let's end the stream on something funner. What time is it now? 7:30. We are still very early. We can take a little bit more time. So we have, I had the tail statue. I had the tail statue a while ago where he's catching the Chaos Emerald, and I had pre-ordered the Sonic statue, but I'd never gotten it. I found it on sale the other day. So we're going to open up Sonic here. I don't know if the best way to do this is with the top-down view. Most likely it is. Let me just clean up the area here a little bit first. So Mario, I had Mario Tennis somewhere. Where did Mario Tennis go? Mario Tennis just left. Honestly though, guys, even if they don't replace it, I'm gonna buy another one. I might not do it like tomorrow, like, you know, next week, but I'm gonna buy another one and we'll fix it because I really want this mod in a Game Boy, and now seeing it in person makes me want it even more. Like seeing how nice it is if it was functional, because we still get like the feeling of what it should be, makes me want it even more. Where did I freaking put? Oh, Mario Tennis is in the Game Boy Pocket. That is where it is. Game Boy Pocket back up there. Honestly, though, I think this is probably the mod that I've had the most defects with the same mod. Because normally, like, you'll get, like, oh, a few dead pixels or problem with the ribbon cable or something. But to get both, very unfortunate. Top-down view, top-down. Oof. It's way too close. Six Sonic, thank you, man. Hold on, let's see. Can I get this any further up? Oh, that's the max. I don't know if I'm zoomed on the camera. Hold on, let me see if I can. Let's see if I can do some configure video magic and zoom us out. That's brightness. No, I can zoom. Oh, I think I can. I think what the issue is. I guarantee I want this counterclockwise. I'm in the wrong, I was in the wrong orientation, which is why we're not getting the full screen, because I'm like, normally I shoot my unboxings with this camera, so it doesn't make sense that the unboxing doesn't fit. Boom. Ish. Camera. The camera's in the wrong direction too, though. So everything's reversed for me. Oh. Thank you so much, Chris. So the Maple Army stands with you. Sorry. Oh yeah, I read it. Sorry, I already read it. I told you guys I'm a little bit out of it. Painkillers are strong right now. So I'm on Mountain Dew instead of beer tonight. And I won't be able to drink alcohol for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks without whiskey or beer. It's like, kill me now. Yeah, I'm not an alcoholic at all. Let's do this here. Like so. It's not the right orientation, but I think for a on-the-fly unboxing, it's going to be just fine. And anyway, I'll shift the view back to normal once we actually have it out of the box. Boom. Let's move the microphone like so. Unhinge it like that. There we go. So that way I have my hands free and I'm not gonna keep hitting the microphone. Oh, you got your Ninja Turtle suit on Elden Ring. Awesome. Yeah, that's a freaking cool one. So it comes out in one piece. We do have a little insert here. Let's see what the insert is all about. Do you want some mini mates vinyl figures? I don't know about you, but they don't look super appealing. Like they're blocky. It's weird. You get a better picture of them here. Like they look like fake Legos to me. A little weird. A little weird. Here we go. That. Let's open this. One side. Where did I put my knife? Honestly. There we go. Boom. And we have our Sonic the Hedgehog statue. Let me just... double hand weapon and boom, Ninja Turtle. So... now, like I said, I'm a little not perfectly set up to do, like, normally a filming unboxing, but we've got... I'm going to try and do a manual rotation of it so you guys can get an idea of all around. So we have Sonic catching one of the Chaos Emeralds, or holding one of the Chaos Emeralds and catching a ring. I like the effect here. The effect, oh, it's actually, they're flexible here. These are flexible, which is nice because they would probably break, like, it's a risk that they would break off if ever it fell or anything like that. You have a good time somewhere else, my friend. You are now hidden on this channel. 69 mega love. You can bring your love somewhere else, my friend. Let's switch to the normal view, close-up cam. And here we have Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a pretty nice vinyl statue. It's on the budget end of things. It cost me around, I want to say 40 Canadian, which is roughly somewhere around 30-ish American, probably. Right now, or even a little bit less than that. It's a budget end. It's from Diamond Selects, I think, right? A gallery diorama, but I think it's a sub. It's the crotch camera. I should get one of those. I should have one constantly pointed. It's like when people have the controller cameras. Like I know some people, like especially retro gamers, they often have controllers so that you can see their hands, like how they're pressing the buttons and whatnot. Mine would be a crotch camera. I'm still not. I didn't get a PS5, and because of the conversation we had earlier this week, Alex, part of me now wants to upgrade my computer system instead and get a much better streaming setup for the future. Because the good news though is that I already have, like, it wouldn't be that costly for me to upgrade and get a pretty decent system, just because I already have like storage that I can shift over. I already have a power supply that's still good. I have a brand new case that I never opened when I used to do case reviews. Yeah, I know, the claw grip. I don't know how these like the people that hold the controllers sideways, like obviously, like this is not an old school pad. I don't have one anywhere. Oh yeah, I have one here. But some people hold their controllers like this, and then they like like honestly, I'd have to look how it is that they do it, but they like claw grip it like this, so that you can really freaking like go freaking nuts on the buttons. But it is true that you can get like, if you do like a weird kind of claw grip, you can go actually really a lot quicker than with your thumb. But yeah, it's insane. You can, some of those guys are crazy. So I see why they do that camera thing, but like for me, it wouldn't work because I always hold my controller like right in front of my crotch. So like all you guys would be getting is like a crotch cam. Exactly. Like that's it. So because I can recycle a lot of the parts that I already have, it wouldn't actually be that costly. Because like I said, power supply, I'm good. Storage, I'm good. Case, I'm good. So I have to, theoretically, RAM, I could reuse some of my RAM, but I feel like I'm just gonna, because the RAM sticks I have are because I think I'd stick with a board that uses DDR4, just because the DDR5 upgrade doesn't seem like it's worth it right now. Yeah, 4K is rough. Honestly, I'm not. I don't want to. For the moment, I don't even want to make content in 4K. But yeah, it is 4K would be rough. I think my system couldn't even do it. I think currently the setup I have, I wouldn't even be able to render in 4K if I needed to. So, but yeah, I want to get. So it's that or a PS5, and I'm not worried about playing games on the PS5. And right now, I don't have time to do PlayStation content on the channel. I want to get the Switch content to a better level before I even think about touching PlayStation content or anything else. And anyway, I'm an indie guy. Like my first love is indie games, and yeah. Exactly. It has a panic attack along the way. I used to use Black Magic for editing, and that thing kills your system. Adobe, even though people like it does pull your system, it is one of the, it doesn't tax your system as much as some other programs out there. I can't even remember what system it was, but basically my computers were like overheating. Like basically it would rev up. It's crazy. 4K is the future of YouTube. I don't know, man, because people like, I believe possibly. Exactly. That's why for the moment 4K I'm not worried, because we're not at a 4K Switch situation. But obviously it's way different because you're doing PlayStation content and Xbox content. So you need to have that 4K. I get why we're different situations. And anyway, the system I have, all I would really need to do to go into 4K with the plan I have is upgrade the GPU even further. Like, I'm just not putting a lot of money into the GPU right now because I'm not going to be playing games on the system, and I don't need I don't need a 4080 or 3080 to render videos. No problem, Nilotech. Was a pleasure. And I saw you answered the comment. You won yesterday, I believe. I believe you're the winner, Nilotech. I saw your comment. I just haven't had time to answer it. Very sorry. I will be answering with the instructions to get your gift card, my friend. Sorry about the slight delay. Like I said, I'm a little bit out of it right now because I got, I'm repeating it one last time. I had leg surgery this week, so that's why I'm a little out of it tonight. Can't drink beer. And it's been a little slower all around. And on top of it, our mod went to hell. You'll want a 4080. Yes and no, because like I said, I don't have a 4K monitor. Like, I have a 4K TV, but I don't have a 4K monitor. So even if I use my like, even if I was able to play a game in 4K, I wouldn't see it in 4K. My monitor isn't 4K. So yeah, guys, we unboxed our Sonic. Do I have anything else interesting here that came in the last week? Like I have a bunch of figures, but I don't want to start unboxing figures on the stream. I'm not a action figure reviewer. I just like having action figures because I'm a big kid. I don't think anything else interesting gaming wise came in. I showed you guys a River City Girls 0. Last week we looked at Jitsu Squad physically came in. Yeah, I think we're I know it sucks, but yeah. At least you guys got to see how the mod's supposed to be installed, because everything we did is what you're supposed to do. The only thing is that ideally you don't have broken parts. Ideally, in a perfect world, the parts you get aren't unfortunately damaged. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's transport. I'm pretty sure it's not the store itself, because everything was sealed by FunnyPlaying. But unfortunately, it's possible that in transport it got rocked a bit. I wouldn't be surprised. So, hey guys, we're going to end it a little early tonight. Like I said, I'm a little out of it right now. I am going to try to get back into the videos over the weekend. I might put out a sizzle reel for a last few deals. But I'm looking forward to, by the way, for anyone that follows the deal videos, starting next week, we're going back to the regular schedule. Once the New Year sale is off, 2 videos a week, one under $5, one normal video. And I'm looking forward to getting back to the same beat, because even me, all these sales back to back to back to back, huge sales where I was trying to do extra videos, it's a little bit of a drain. And I feel it from you guys too in the comments. A lot of people are like, I'm just out of money, man. I love these deals, I love these games, but I'm out of money. I'd rather have like 10 really amazing deals each week than have like 75 great deals. You know what I mean? And you guys be able to pick that one game that you want to pick up. So it was a lot of fun nonetheless for everyone that showed up. Thank you so much, guys. You're so fed up of sales. Yeah, but I remember every year it's like that. When we get to the end of like the holiday season and you do those big sales back to back, and weeding through 4,000 games on sale isn't fun. Like when you have like 1,500 games on sale and you pick out like 20 great games or 10 great games or 15 great games, it's fun and you can do it in like an hour or so. But when you have 4,000 games, it becomes unfun at that point. It definitely becomes unfun because there's just too many. And no matter where you cut, you're going to be cutting a great game somewhere. So that's the down part of having so many games on sale at the same time. But yeah, so hey guys, thank you so much for showing up. It was great fun. I wish the mod would have turned out better without any broken parts, but nonetheless, I'll give you an update as soon as I find out if they're going to replace the parts for me. So I hope I see you guys. So, thanks for showing up, as I said, and I hope I see all of you in my next video.